Imagine being a man who walks into the lion's den every day, not to serve it, but to betray it. This was the life of Oleg Gordievsky, a Soviet intelligence officer whose quiet courage may have changed the course of the Cold War. Born in Moscow in 1938 into a KGB family, Gordievsky seemed destined for assured loyalty to the Soviet state. But the brutal crushing of freedom movements in Eastern Europe stirred something deeper in him, a belief that the Soviet system was crushing human liberty itself. In the early 1970s, while posted in Copenhagen, he was approached by Britain's MI6 and made a choice almost unthinkable for a KGB officer. He agreed to spy, not for money, but for principle, convinced that democracy was worth defending. Over the next decade, he furnished the West with some of the most critical intelligence of the Cold War. By 1982, Gordievsky had risen to become the KGB's London station chief, while secretly feeding the British secrets that unraveled Kremlin paranoia. One of his most significant contributions came in 1983 when he warned that Soviet leadership genuinely believed a NATO exercise might be a cover for a nuclear first strike, intelligence that helped avert a catastrophic miscalculation. Yet every spy's luck runs out. In 1985, after a senior CIA officer turned traitor exposed Gordievsky's treachery to the KGB, Moscow summoned him home. Interrogated and drugged, he refused to confess. But what followed was one of espionage history's most audacious escapes. Gordievsky activated Operation Pimlico, a plan so bizarre it sounds fictional. If he survived a KGB sting and chose to flee, he would signal MI6 in a Moscow street by standing on a corner holding a shopping bag. A British agent passing him eating a Mars bar would be the cue. And it worked. With Soviet eyes on him every moment, he shook off his tail, journeyed by train toward the Finnish border, and was stuffed into the boot of a British diplomatic car. A harrowing dash through checkpoints, a distracted border guard, and suddenly he was free. A ghost from the East, now safe in the West. Gordievsky's defections sparked a diplomatic firestorm, expulsions on both sides, and left him sentenced to death in absentia by the USSR. In Britain, he lived under protection, honored with one of the UK's highest awards for service to national security. Yet the personal costs lingered. Long years apart from his family, enduring threats, and the haunting knowledge that in the shadow wars of empires, even heroes walk alone.